Your tax savings is going to give you all of your down payment back. The rest is just profit coming in. It's like you're investing in real estate for free. He was a limited partner, so there was zero risk. And he really this was one of our more risk-averse clients.
All right, welcome to the show. I always love nerding out with experts in the world of money and finance. This is the most common complaint that we get from prospective clients about their prior CPAs. And consistently we see this. Greatest challenge here is poor communication from their CPAs. And what we've found, the root of this issue, especially after talking to other firms, it's so consistent. The reason why they have poor communications is because they never really created a thorough, detailed way of setting expectations on how the firm would communicate internally and how the firm communicates with its clients. So what I'm going to share with you today are 7 key things that we do to optimize communication internally with our clients. And this allows us to have successful and functional relationships with our clients to maximize their protection against the IRS and minimize their taxes. Let's start with number 1. And the first one, you may not like this one very much if you're a client, but I promise this is for your own good. All right, you ready for it? We have a closed door policy. What does that mean? That means our phones are on silent. So if you have a question or you want to chat or talk, you are not going to be able to reach an advisor on first ring. All appointments have to be scheduled. Just like when you're meeting with a dentist or a doctor, they're not going to pick up the phone when it reads. They don't answer via text message, and neither do we, because we are also professional services. Why do we do this? We're not doing this to be rude or because we don't like you. We are doing this because we love you. And this is because this is in your best interest. Do you really want to work with an advisor where every time they're working on your situation, doing deep work and analysis and solving complex problems, to stop what they're doing in the middle of their work to answer a text message of, hey, when is my return gonna get here? Or hey, what about this? That's one of the most inefficient ways to operate a business, especially when you're delivering highly complex services. So internally, the solution is we do time blocking. We block time for meetings and we block time for the deep work so we can solve problems in the most efficient way possible. The reason why you will appreciate this is because this gives us the most opportunities to deliver the most efficient and effective and best quality services for you. And you know that our work is not being interrupted by people who cannot follow our communication protocols. So whenever we take on a client, you will be educated on how to reach us, how to reach out to us, how to contact us, and not to contact us via email or phone call. You will reach out to us on the portal. And this gives us the opportunity to make sure that everybody is served properly and minimize the chances of delays and inefficiencies and things getting dropped. All right, let's go into number 2 of the 7 ways that we can optimize our communication is we have the client portal. Let's get over email, guys. Email, that is so 2022, you guys. Are you really still talking to your accountants on email? What do you think this is, a stone age? Come on now, let's level up a little bit. I can't believe you guys are still talking via email. Let's get over this here. We use a portal. Why do we use a portal? Well, it gives you optimal privacy and security. Another reason why we do this is all of your communication with us is in one place. So we're not squeezed in between all of your spam messages trying to get you to level up and buy more cat toys on your Chewy subscription or whatever else you haven't removed and put into your spam folder. Hopefully not our emails, because ours are really good. And make sure you subscribe, by the way, prosperocpa.com/newsletter. But when you have the portal, you have a dashboard, all of your requests and organizers and inquiries all in one place. Now, Not only does this make it easier for you, but also this allows us to enhance the quality of our responses. Why is that? We have a team of people dedicated to making sure that your inquiries are addressed timely and thoroughly. So our executive coordinator, who is awesome, Stacy, she will be reviewing all of the client inquiries that go through the portal, and she will assign them. And then our team reviews the inquiries and responses of the team. This gives us a chance to add additional insight and make sure that the answers are properly communicated and aligned, and we may provide additional insight on top of that. So the portal is far superior to an email where maybe you send it to someone who just got fired, or maybe you send it to someone and they give you an answer that's not ideal and nobody knows what's going on, or let's say the email isn't responded to and no one knows it's a dropped email. That's why the portal is so far superior to old school emails, all right? So let's get over these whatever your Gmail, or if you're over 30 and you have a Yahoo account, we're moving away and we're sticking to the portal, and you will appreciate it because the quality of communication is so much better. I touched on it a little bit here, but another thing that we do that we have refined to make sure we maximize our abilities to respond to clients is we have a communication board. You're not going to see the communication board. This is an internal structure in our project management system on Monday.com. It is solely designed to facilitate and collaborate our client responses, so we can make sure that we are adequately and properly assessing the client's inquiries and requests. Also in this board, we have assigned main points of contact. So we have assigned accountability to our staff to make sure they are ensuring the happiness and the success of our clients. We are not sharing all the responsibilities, because if it's all shared, no one has that individual accountability. Our staff are held individually accountable for your success as a client. Let's go into reason number 5 here. And this is we're on reason number 4 here, and this is something you will also appreciate, and you will see the method of the madness at first, but it really is incredibly powerful, which is we over-communicate. So when we have deadlines, when we have certain obligations, we're protecting you from the IRS here. We always think to ourselves, how can we make this as easy as possible here by over communicating what we need for you through calendar invites and messages and video descriptions and redundancies, and reminding you continuously and repetitively of what is most important to you. We allow you to make sure that you are capturing everything you need to have an effective collaborative relationship with us, to make sure that we're doing everything we can to drive down your taxes and protect you from the IRS. Over communication. Next, I want to talk about reason number 5, which is our priority codes. This is something a little different. Priority codes are not as common, but they are incredibly helpful. So when we take on new clients, we give them the opportunity to specify the level of urgency with their requests or messages. It could be G, which is just a general statement or inquiry. It could be non-urgent, and you give us a deadline so we understand when you need the action taken or the question answered. We also have U, which means urgent. This is where we're communicating that within 48 hours, this needs to be addressed. And then finally, we have E. Occasionally, we'll have an E when something needs to be addressed immediately. Now, we share these same priority codes internally. We know when we get an inquiry or something happens and it's a code E, we gotta address this as soon as possible. We stop what we're doing. We know that this document needs to be sent out today, or else there could be major implications. We make sure we see that capital E. We already know immediately what to do. This really helps us out to make sure that you are we understand the level of urgency in your request and we can address it adequately. Let's move on now to number 6. And this is kind of a holistic concept here, but we are trained and continuously trained on how can we make this as simple as possible for the clients. So when we send requests, they may be accompanied with a video. We break it down to 3rd grade level reading. We do everything we can to simplify the process and remove any confusion, any back and forth. And you're gonna see that whenever we have a request that it cannot be clearly explained in a sentence, you are often gonna see bullet points, illustrations, and videos so you can gain certainty on what we are asking or explaining so you don't have to be confused and follow up over and over again. Simplicity in a service that involves a highly complex topic, which is taxes. And then finally, we also want to use multiple methods of communication. While all client communication is in the portal, we want to make sure that you are seeing this through various mediums. We talked about video. We send calendar invites of key deadlines. You may be also sent text messages of key deadlines if it really needs to be top of mind. We have the opportunity to discuss things via phone and video, and it's really important that you have these multiple channels because one person may want to read an article and one person may want to see a conversation and one person may want to see a step-by-step guide. You're going to see in our organizers that they're accompanied with hyperlinks and work papers and videos and very clear descriptions breaking down what you need to do and understand to have an effective relationship with us. So regardless of your learning style and how you want to gain that information, whether you want just the very basic stuff to move forward or you want to dive deep into thoroughly understanding these concepts, you're going to have the ability to do that through multiple methods of communication. So through all these ideas here, to sum this up, top 7 ideas: closed door policy, client portal, internal communication board, over communicating, priority codes, simplifying requests, and multiple methods of communication. These have allowed us to have a communication strategy and protocol that is far superior to our competitors and other firms who are just willy-nilly and just winging it on how they're going to work with their clients. Now, if you find that interesting and you want to learn more about how we can help you, you can go to Prosper with an L, CPA.com/apply, or click the link below. You'll see some links where you can learn about our free tax planning checklist.com, taxplanningchecklist.com.